Many might see Samsung as the master of releasing beta gimmicks to see if they're worth it to put into the next Galaxy phone. Others might see Samsung as the leader when it comes to smartphones and the tech that goes inside of them. So where does the Galaxy S21 Ultra sit in that little category? And how is it holding up against the competition now, mid-2021? The first thing I want to talk about is the overall design. It didn't really age at all. In fact, one could argue that the phone manufacturers are implementing this sort of design on their newer phones. As shown here, I do have the Phantom Black S21 Ultra. I've been using this day one without a case. I'm shocked. There is no scratches. Now, I take care of my phones. I don't throw them around, Max. I take care of my phones. They're looking good. No problem. No scuff marks, nothing on the screen, no scratches, nothing. I mean, I don't know what Samsung did with this particular phone, with the coating, with everything really. Even the aluminum borders don't really have a scratch on them. But then again, they are black, so maybe if there are any scratches, it's not really visible. The design language is honestly flawless. There isn't anything about the design of the phone that I just don't like. I absolutely love how the border of the phone just melts right into the camera housing, and again, I'm going to repeat this, the amazing Phantom Black color, which doesn't really show any fingerprints at all. From what I found out and from what I've seen with other phone manufacturers is that, oh boy, is it hard to put this many cameras on a phone and make it look good. No matter what you do with it, it's gonna be either a weird circle or a pretty nice looking rectangle. That's a nice looking rectangle. In my opinion, the S21 Ultra just does it the best way possible. For example, where's my iPhone? Where's my iPhone? Where's my iPhone? All right, the iPhone. Now you guys obviously won't see this. I'm gonna put a video overlay on top of what I'm talking about, but as you guys can see right now, there is the black, oh my God, I need coffee again. There is the back glass of the phone, right? Okay, now there goes a little plateau, right? A little bump that transfers into the camera bump, right? The camera bump itself, right? Then on top of that, you have the actual camera housing. And then on top of that, you have the camera lens bump. There's so many bumps on this phone, and that is a perfect recipe for getting weird grime and lint stuck all the way around every single lens and fingerprints, and it just looks like crap. Meanwhile, with this, again, all Phantom Black, even the camera bump is Phantom Black. The only gloss part is the actual ring around the camera, but even that is sitting inside. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks good. I'm gonna stop there. We're going on to the next bit. The best part about a phone, something that we need daily and something that we, well, frankly, use daily, is the screen. The screen is something that makes or breaks a phone's experience. The screen on the S21 Ultra is possibly the best quality screen on any phone even today. The insane brightness, the 120 Hz at Quad HD, the HDR capability, the very subtle curve on the display, which is just enough to look futuristic, but not enough for it to interfere with your touches. I mean, man, Samsung, they did it good. All these months later, the phone still feels, looks, and acts like it just came out today. I mean, Samsung's display game is so strong, Apple uses it. I mean, not literally the same exact display. Apple sends Samsung, their own specifications, and Samsung builds to that specification. So it's not technically a Samsung display. It's an Apple display made by Samsung. There you go. Again, we're moving on. Now, the second best thing about a phone, in my opinion, is something that, again, we use daily. Battery life. Now, I'll be honest, I use the phone at 120 Hz all day long, but I don't use Quad HD for me. For me, battery life has actually been better than day one. Software updates. I'm averaging about 7, with 8 being completely highest, like low usage, nothing really going on, 8 hours. Again, the average 7, and if I'm doing a very, very heavy tasks, recording all day, playing games all day, then about 6 hours, which again is still really good. Now, the third best thing about a phone, and this one for many is actually the most important thing, It helps you keep memories. It helps you relive those memories, even the bad memories. We've all been there, man. We've all been there. Anyway, I'm talking about the cameras. The camera on this phone is, I mean, man, no words, okay? It's just outstanding. Every single time I use it, I'm just blown away by the detail and the amazing zoom functionality. Now, if you guys have been watching me, you would know that I don't really care about zoom. But basically because it's just recently we finally got zoom that was actually worth it. For example, the iPhone. We're going back to the iPhone. The zoom on here is 2.5 times. The optical zoom. Cat, stop meowing. The optical zoom, 2.5 times. Listen, unless you're standing at the edge of a 1,000-foot cliff, I see no reason to use 2.5 times zoom. Just walk up. Just walk 4 feet. There you go. There's your zoom. You know, but on the S21 Ultra, you get 3x optical, I think. I think it starts at 3x, then it goes to 10x, which is also optical, and then you can even do 30x hybrid all the way to 100x, dude. So in my opinion, right there, that already gives you so much flexibility, all the way from 0.5x, or actually 0.6x technically, all the way to 100x, man. That just, I mean, it's such a universal camera, it's insane. Like, this is the phone to get if you're going on vacations a lot, road trips a lot. Oh, it's fantastic. Now, I will be getting the Pixel 6 in soon, hopefully. Don't know. As well as the Pixel 5a and the iPhone, obviously. So I will be doing a ton of camera comparisons, speed comparisons, everything. So if you're new here, subscribe. Is there any gimmicks on this phone? In my opinion, no. But, you know, but that also depends on what your definition of a gimmick is. Do you think reverse wireless charging is a gimmick? Maybe. But for others, you know, let's say you're going on a bike ride, your Galaxy Buds stop working or your AirPods stop working. Yeah, believe it or not, this will charge your AirPods. Apple, man, the ball's in your court, dude. We're still waiting for an iPhone with reverse wireless charging. Shouldn't be that hard. Anyway, if you have that and you're on a bike ride, your headphones die, right? If you're an iPhone user, what do? Nothing. You just take your AirPods and throw them away, right? If you have a Samsung device or really any other Android phone that has reverse wireless charging, you can, boom, charge your AirPods, plug them back in, enjoy your bike ride. It's that simple, man. So for me, that's not a gimmick. The gimmicky things about this phone, which isn't really about this phone, I think it came out with the S10, is the AR Doodle. Dude, what's up with that? Who out there is using AR Doodle? That's a gimmick. And believe it or not, that was actually in the presentation of the S10. I remember that. Why does that need to be in the presentation? Who saw that and said, I'm gonna get the S10? Anyway, again, we're moving on. The Snapdragon 888 chip, all these months later, has been proven to be a monster. It's also been proven to be very hot. And I'm not talking about that hot. It literally gets hot. If you're using this phone with 5G on, with 120 Hz on, with Quad HD Plus or Quad HD on, and you're outside in the sun, the phone gets really hot. Like it to the point where you can't even record a video. So you got to take that into consideration. Do you want a very powerful chip, but not as capable outside, maybe in the heat? Well, then here's your phone. Or maybe just turn down some settings, turn 5G off, turn 120 Hz off. But see, that's too many compromises. I don't like doing that. I like to use the phone as it's intended, which I'm pretty sure most of you do as well. When this phone first came out, the price tag just really couldn't be justified unless you are a hardcore phone lover. But let's take a look at the price now. We can see that you can pick one up for much cheaper than the original MSRP. But also, if you factor in Samsung's trade-in program, you can literally get this phone for like 500 bucks, even less sometimes. And you know, but that why is English so hard? Let me back up a little bit. That depends if you want to keep your original phone or actually trade it in. If you're too lazy to sell it, trade it into Samsung, they'll give you fantastic credit. Then you'll walk out with this phone for, like I said, 500 bucks, even less sometimes. As I've said before, dude, my cat just won't shut up. I literally waited for like 15 minutes for my cat to stop meowing. I don't get what he wants, dude. I don't get it. I fed him. I gave him water. I played with him. He's still meowing. So I will be right back. As I've said before, the S21 Ultra has some stiff competition headed its way, so I am super excited to see if even when the next generation of phones come out, will this still be a top competitor? I guess we'll find out. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.